Now it looks like I am starting over here. I'm not quite starting over. I had to remove the main spring bridge to get these, mostly this winding wheel installed. And I should have done this before, but I don't want to take that keyless works apart. So this wheel we're going to drop in and get it engaged on that levered spring lever in that slot, and then I gotta take and move this out of the way so I can drop in the other gear. This is not the recommended way to do this, but I do not want to take those keyless works apart. That's what it comes down to. They were such a pain, and I don't want to be a I don't want to I don't know. Maybe I like doing things the hard way. Alright, that got stuck. Okay. Alright. So I gotta move that gear, that wheel, with the lever in place. Push it out of the way. Drop this gear in. Get the stem. Let that loose. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare. Well, that's because I'm an idiot. So, that's done. Let's put this bridge back on. And then we're going to flip around and I'll show you what I did earlier and explain. One step forward, two steps back. The story of my life. Alright, now we gotta fight with this. Alright, come on. I gotta line that pinion up. And it's not working. There it goes. Ay, 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 ay. Sorry, not in the shot. It's been a long day. I might need a drink. I definitely need a drink. Feels like I've been at this for 20 hours. Maybe I have. Alright. I hope to get this ticking today. Let's get it in the shot. Not that nobody's ever seen this before, because this is the second time I'm doing this. Oy vey. Last one. Good. So here's what happened. Let's turn this over. I wanted to show everybody what was going on over here, why this ratchet wheel wouldn't turn, this driving ratchet wheel. And the spring that you can just barely see right in here. No, it's right there. See that little tiny spring? That spring had popped up underneath this little pawl, and it was binding up on that wheel. That's the problem. I put the spring in and put that thing on, and it would pop out again and again and again. I thought, oh my goodness, this is a pain. So I tried multiple times to get that to show up on video. I just couldn't do it. Sorry. Wasn't going to happen today. It was just too much of a pain to have it show up. So I had to get real close and go from there. Now, the keyless works. It's working. Look at that. Let's come around this way. Maybe that'll give you a better shot. When you pull this, there you go. Time setting. There's the time setting. It's transferring power through the cannon pinion. That's a good sign. And then here's our winding mechanism. That's a good sign. Now, let's get this thing ticking, shall we? Let's see, do we have access to that? I think we do. Okay, I can get to the pallet fork from that side. I'm just getting things ready here. I know we're out of the shot. I'm locating parts, actually. Don't mind me. Just call me Dead Air Dave. Anyway. Okay, I located parts. It's such a... Some days I'm unorganized. Let's put in pallet fork. Let me adjust my camera here. Come on. Come on. Make it look like a professional. Dummy. That's not going to work. That's a little better. So, we have things lined up. We have things lubricated. Except for me. Pallet fork. Pallet fork bridge. I think it's seated. It looks good, but I can't do anything until I find a screw. Oh boy. Oh, here it is. We're going to put a screw in loosely. You do not want to crank those up if it is not seated right. This is just enough to hold it in place so I can get in there and give it a little movement back and forth. Give it a shake. The end shake is good. If it's out of position, you'll know it. And after working on these a while, you'll look at something and go, you know what, that thing's out of alignment. Something doesn't look right. That's got a bad angle. That's got a gaposis. That's something's off. As minute as something might be, you learn to pick up on things. Maybe being a machinist has me help in that area. Okay, these are barely tight. They're very loose actually. So it's wise, take a loop, get a look at the underside, get a look at that staff coming through the jewels. Now that we're in, you just want to verify. Those staffs are very thin, tiny. Come on, focus, dummy. Can't seem to focus. Everything's pivoting. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's tighten these up. Okay, we're going to wind the mainspring a little bit, and here is a nice little test. Just nudge the tail end of that pallet fork and it'll snap back and forth. I got very few, I've only got a few clicks into this, so it's not going to like snap like it's running, but I can do a little more. There we go. Let's see if that speeds up that snapping movement, that snapping action. A little bit. That's a good sign, a very good sign. A good sign that I didn't screw up. Now, let's lubricate those jewels. And contacting that jewel staff or pallet fork staff with the oiler makes it move, so that's a good sign. We're going to turn that over. Make sure we're in the shot. Okay. Now's the big test. The big test is going to be the balance. Is it going to tick? Let's get a good set here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We're going to come in from this direction and rotate the roller jewel into the pallet fork and then drop this in place. So let's get our balance ready. I like to put a smear of oil on the back side of that balance bridge because it has a shim. And I use the oil to hold it in place. I know it's out of the shot. I could probably put it in the shot. Put it in the shot, dummy. Okay. Okay, now I gotta turn this around. This was the shim that was on it originally. A smear of oil underneath that shim. I got a piece of dust. We'll hold that in place while we drop this in onto the movement. Okay, back out. Let's do this in one take, shall we? So we're going to come in from this direction and rotate it in. How's that? Was that in the shot? I certainly hope so. Come on. Now that is a very good sign. And that's only a couple of clicks. Only a couple of clicks on the main spring. Very good sign. Okay. Look at that go. This calls for a drink. Yes, that's a Chardonnay. All right, now the last jewel. We've seen this before. I'm going to get that out of the way. Put a lid on it. Focus. Very tiny jewel. Okay, where is the flat side? That looks like the flat side. turn it over and verify. Yep, there's the top part. Alright, come on. Come on, dummy. Did I screw it up? Alright, there's the flat side. Of course you can't see it, it's not in the shot. There's the flat side. Let's get our lightweight oil. That's a little bit too much. Ah. Bugger got away on me. Always something. Okay. There we go. Woohoo! Didn't screw that up. Good news. It's still ticking. Very slowly. Barely 180 degrees. Let's find out where our opening is. Okay. Our opening is over here. Over there. See that little notch? That's where we're going to feed that in, the one leg. Okay, here we go. Now if that stops, we may need another shim. Or I put the jewel in upside down. Now where'd it go? Okay, I got a missing jewel, so let me stop this right now and go look for it.